Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? Happy to be here with you today. We are bringing you this really fun card with the Timeless Arrangements bundle, which I've been using all week. And I hope that you will enjoy this card. It is a Z fold, so there's the Z, and it's really pretty. This paper that I've used here with this particular part is part of the Bright and Beautiful suite, and it has the 6x6 paper. There's the polka dot that I used, but there are some really pretty colors in this paper pack. It has lots and lots of different colors, and you will really love this pack of paper. If you haven't gotten it, put it on your wish list because it is pretty incredible. And I also used one of my favorite die sets, the scallop contours, for this layer back here. And I used the third in from the outside, or the third in from the inside, the middle one. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. This bundle is fantastic. And if you have not seen my other videos, please watch them. I explain how to use these dies and why they're so unique. And I think that you'll enjoy it. So we're gonna start first. Looks like I got a little bit of adhesive on here. But we're gonna start first with the Simply scoreboard and our piece of 4 1/4 by 11. This is one of our new colors. It's called Berry Burst, and it's really pretty. We're gonna score at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2 down the long 11-inch length. And that is what will form our Z fold here. All right, so let me grab my bone folder. We're gonna pull this back and make sure that it's nice and lined up and even. I always do that first to make sure my card is nice and straight and it lays flat. We're gonna turn this piece back. And again, I'm gonna match these corners with that fold and make sure that our card lays nicely. So then we have a 4-inch by 2 1/2-inch piece of the DSP. So let me grab my silicone mat. You can see how pretty the other side is as well. But we want those polka dots. So let's go ahead and fill that in. This is a pretty quick card. I know it probably doesn't look like a quick card. The most time-consuming part of the card is to cut out the die cut pieces, because you have to figure out what colors you want, and you know, the designing is always the hardest part. The stamping or assembly is the easiest part. All right, we're also going to put a piece of basic white cardstock on the inside as the liner, so let's go ahead and glue that in. All right. All right, get that lined up and even. So there's our basic parts of our Z fold. We have the third scallop that's going to go right there, but not yet. We also cut out of basic white from the die set the largest of the 3 labels that's in this die set. So that's going to go on top of there, but first we need to stamp it. And then I have die cut some pieces, and I've also stamped this floral piece right here. And I stamped 3 of those out of Berry Burst cardstock, not cardstock, ink. basic white cardstock with the Berry Burst. I have one Fresh Freesia flower bar and its matching counterpart that's a standalone die that doesn't have a bar, this one. And I did Berry Burst out of that flower, and there is its standalone counterpart. And then we needed 2 greenery pieces, and these are Lost Lagoon. So those are our colors. Let's go ahead and color these in. We're going to use our Stampin' Blends, and I'm using Dark Fresh Freesia because I wanted to add that lighter color in. And so I'm just going to color all of my floral pieces. Just really simply, no highlighting of color or anything. So let's get those done, and then we'll do the greenery, which is in the dark Lost Lagoon. Two. And I've already cut them out, die cut them out to save us a little bit of time. All right. Let's go ahead and add our Lost Lagoon. I'm going to outline around both sides of that Berry Burst stem. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. All right. Let's stamp our sentiment. And the sentiment that we're going to use, there's lots of sentiments in this set. We're going to use the one that says from the bottom of my heart, and we're going to use thank you with it. So we're going to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm actually going to start with the bottom sentiment, which is from the bottom of my heart. And I am going to stamp that one first. Let's bring this down. Hopefully I'm in camera. I just want to make sure that I'm not out of camera for you guys. All right, so we're going to center that and put that near the bottom, just like that. We're going to grab our thank you and put that right above with a little bit of space in between. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. That's it for the stamping. Of course, I stamped the flowers, but I did that ahead of time. We're going to clean our stamps. I've been really having a great time with this set. All right, so we're going to start with the flowers first. The greenery is going to be behind it. So the bars on these flowers are where we put our adhesive. So we'll start with this one. We're going to put some adhesive on the bar, and then we're going to hide it behind this label like this. Okay, and now we can put our greenery. So we did that flower to the right side, so we're going to do the greenery to the left, just to space everything out. That looks pretty good. Let's turn it upside down. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put the floral on this side. Make sure that it's nice and spaced out. And then our greenery. So there is that. That looks really pretty. All right, we're going to add this little floral piece to this corner here. It's kind of empty. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on that stem, and I want that to come out right here on this side. And then we're going to fill this small skinny Berry Burst floral at the top where we have all that fresh freesia, we'll break it up with a little bit of berry burst right here. Just add that. And then we're going to go ahead and put 2 of the flowers. So let's go ahead and start with this one, and we'll put it off to the side here, right in between this leaf, like that. That looks pretty good. And then we'll add the other one. Down here in this little hole so that we kind of fill everything in. Again, you can bring those up, just finagling them through there, just like that. So there is our piece. We're going to save this for the inside of the card. So now we can attach that onto our scallop contours. So I am going to use wet adhesive. I'm going to place it on the bars here. And I am going to, if I can hold it right, and line up my piece so that it's centered. You know, it takes a second to put your mouth right so that you get it just perfect. All right, so there is that piece. And then we are going to attach this onto the side like so. So I'm going to put my fingers here, and I'm not going to put any dimensionals on that side. I'm going to put 5. I'm going to put 1 in each of the corners. And then 1 here, and then we'll put 1 right there. That's good. I'm going to pull the backs off with my Take Your Pick tool. And then I'm going to line this up. And I'm using the little X's on this white label as my guide. I want to line that up with the Berry Burst color right here. So that's what I use as my guide. And I'm going to try and get the top and the bottom as even as I can. And then we'll press that into place, make sure none sticks out, and it doesn't. Just like that. And then we're going to put this flower on the inside. So let's get some wet adhesive. And I'm going to grab and I didn't put any gems, but I think we're going to put some iridescent rhinestones. Let me grab some out of my drawer here. I love these rhinestones, and I think they work really good with the colors that I have on this card. So we'll grab our Take Your Pick tool, get our putty to a good point here. Now let's see, let's do not the large ones, let's go with the medium. We'll add 1 here on the label. I'm going to put 1 here in this opening. And then I think I'm going to put the other one up here in this opening right there. That looks pretty good, I think, and it adds just the right amount of bling. So let's grab my original card and do the same thing. I think that this looks pretty good, and I hope that you guys like that. These iridescent rhinestones are so pretty. They're probably my most favorite embellishment, and if you don't have them, you need to, because no matter what color you put them on, they take on that color. So I think they're pretty fantastic. All right, let's get our products back out here. So we use Timeless Arrangements, Stamp Set and Dies. We use the scallop contour dies. And don't forget about the bright and beautiful 6x6 designer series paper and our beautiful iridescent rhinestones. So there is our card. And as you can see, it's a pretty easy card, but I think that it gives you a nice wow. I hope that you enjoyed watching me create this card and that you will make one. If you need a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. Please share my video. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. All right, guys, I will talk with you later and see you next time. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!